Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Combat Complex. It is a roguelite twin-stick shooter, top-down shooter, that is best described as a cross between a bullet heaven and a hack-and-slash action RPG, or, well, sci-fi hack-and-slash action RPG. I'm not sure if there's really much for melee weapons. It seems mostly gun-based, but still seems kind of neat. I mentioned wanting a cross between hack-and-slash action RPG and bullet heaven in my Soulstone Survivors video, because I want that level design. Even if it's randomly generated dungeons, I like the idea of running through facilities that are completely overrun and just murking tons and tons of enemies. Effectively, I want Warframe, but top-down, kind of, sort of. But one of my fans on Discord, Kaodon, had said, like, hey, check this game out. And yeah, I hadn't even heard of it before, but it looks neat, so we're going to dive in with a new game. Gonna have us run through a quick tutorial, but that's okay. I could actually skip it, but I might as well do it anyway. This is telling me about breakable objects. Interesting, this is slightly different. Even the tutorial is randomly generated. Well, that's fun. Yeah, it just wants me to break at least one thing. Sure. Aesthetically, this kind of reminds me of Synthetic, which I'm very much in favor of. I know a lot of people didn't like Synthetic 2, but I actually think Synthetic 2 is very cool. And want to put some more time into it at some point. Sooner than later. It had some, like, fun modded classes that I want to play around with. Ooh. Are these... Okay, no. These are mine. I also pressed Q, which triggered a something. I took some damage somewhere here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it seems like I just have an endless amount of enemies kind of coming at me. Well, we got some kind of perk. I just have to... keep kind of blasting those. It seems like the shotgun runs out pretty fast. And yeah, I was correct. This very much does just feel like, hey, but what if... what if... Bullet Heaven had level design, kind of. We're not getting any level ups, which I think is probably going to be the one tricky bit here. That's okay, that seemed like a dead-ended anyway. Okay, yeah, it's the green spidery things. Oh! Okay, I think that was a grenade. I think I can fire grenades. I'm not entirely sure. And it looks like we've got gear and equipment that I can be grabbing, so I got some gloves. Okay, oh, loading power-ups. Okay, so this screen gives me a bonus. Damage versus machine, damage to nearby enemies. Let's go for some movement speed. Oh, so actually that like display terminal that we'd seen up in this one section is something worth going for. I wish they had tutorialized that. It was this thing, loading power-ups. Admittedly, it's like a small stat bonus, but still. Dash cooldown reduction. Yarsh. The thing is, if this has got, like, really substantial, meta progression, maybe the mid-run progression being kind of basic and boring doesn't matter too much. It varies. Oh, that's what that do. Okay. Now, it doesn't seem like the enemies are exactly endless. Oh, I see. So if I press Q, we go into drone mode, we get extra drones. Okay, those are breakable, but it doesn't really seem like it's worth the time or effort. Just gonna fire that off a bunch. Yeah, the vacuum grenade is actually extremely effective. Let's pop all the eggs. Okay, ability charge, cooldown reset. I'm also wondering if there's kind of like a level up system that you get access to. There's a meter below my health that I don't necessarily recognize. Oh, the Q is my ult. The one where I summon my drones. Okay, so this is... Open the exit door, destroy the loot container. You mean this thing, presumably. Acquiring skill points. There are no other active upgrade stations on level 1. Interesting. So, common items found 10, uncommon items found 1. Alright, so what do we have? Comms terminal. What the hell is happening? I'm in a meteorite shelter on the surface. Close the blinds, sealed all the hatches. Trying to contact anyone on long range, but the comms are dead. All I get back are errors. The surface cameras are dead too. Anybody please respond. Jen, Bill, anyone. This is Lance Hadley. Security, we're under attack. Crusteds. We need to send the SOS now. I'll try and fix the comms, but there should be a communications hub somewhere on level 1. Maybe a restart will help. I'll grab some gear and go out. Hang in there. Okay, so we have inventory, so I've got a better railgun. Let's see. Oh. So hit points versus shield points. Attack power and chance to stun on hit. Attack power, primary weapon burst time. Seems like a number of these give me small bonuses. I could go for shields or I could go for hit points. What is my regular hit points? 54. So I'd be losing a bunch of hit points if I do that, but shield points are maybe better. So we also have gravity push. Seems like it's... Oh, okay. There's slight differences on these. So launch a gravity vortex that pulls enemies to it, trigger again to detonate in flight, or pushes enemies away in front of you, affected enemies are stunned. I like this one since it has a shorter cooldown. What about the belt? Sure. Okay, that's a better shotgun that I've got. That's a worse one that I've got. So it seems like almost all of these just have completely randomized stats. And these are all railguns. Discard all but favorites. Or maybe we can't sell anything. Crafting isn't available yet, still in development. So I do have a skill point. Complete challenges to earn skill points. So I get a dash charge, physical damage, extra damage from nearby melee. Let's see, or going for the health orb. Seems like a lot of these aren't quite in the game yet. So healer's luck could be good. Rare item, find orb effect duration. Interesting. Frenzy, killing a nearby enemy. Weapons cool down faster. So I guess the talent tree isn't huge. It's there, it's nice, it's not amazingly large. Let's see. Mostly want to see if any of these give me extra loot. After visiting a secret area, gain 10% loot drop rate from enemies for a little while. Okay. I think I'm going to go for the... Go down to the left with my skill points. We also have challenges. Kill 200 enemies with shotguns. Complete a mission without getting hit or with all incoming hits absorbed by mistake mitigator. Complete a mission without losing more than 20% of your health, and destroy 50 breakables with your shotgun. Alright. So what else do we have here? So challenges we already know about. Inventory. Okay, so we've actually looked at all of these. So those are missions. Yeah, crafting isn't in the game yet. And this is skills. So all of these are just reachable from the menu. Missions. Okay, so we're done with Sector 1. So that's starting mission. So we can go to Area 2, or we could go here. Let's work our way up, see what we've got. That's a new enemy. Who dropped bomb? Okay. Now, ideally on this one... Those explosive barrels do not blow up easy. Okay, so we get an extra reroll. Sure. Yeah, rubbish rampage. So, unfortunately for me, I have to break 50 things with a shotgun. I think I'm going to focus on that early. Reason largely being... Those extra skill points, kind of nice. There we go. I keep seeing those as lootables, and it keeps tricking me. It is annoying. Okay, that's probably enough rubbish. I think the rest I can probably just get by running a mission normal. Oh, that was an ability. Unfortunately, the ability charges are visually identical, at least for me, to the... They're visually identical to the to the bombs that those big mech things drop. That's a very durable wet floor sign. Okay. So the one thing I will say, this game, as far as I can tell, has zero music, so I'm going to turn on my own. Let's do synthwave. I was going to do dark ambient, but that doesn't make nearly as much sense. This is a synthwave kind of game, even if it's a little eerie. There we go. It just felt weird without music going on. Oh, that's a big lad. Well, I took a hit. That's fine, I'm not really expecting to go hitless for a while. I definitely need better stuff for that. Was it hitless or was it take no damage? Because shields might offset some of that damage. Oof. Okay, so interestingly enough, that grav grenade hoovers things up directly next to me, but it does stun them for a little while, so maybe there's kind of a trade-off on that one. Okay, I've got plenty of healing. There we go. Ooh. Orb give bonus... the orb gives bonus... Yeah, cooldown reset, heat reset. That's actually quite big. Okay, so that's the exit there. Oh, we still have more bug. Do we have any other bug there? Yeah. Take him out. There's more! Yeah, so I can hoover enemies closer to me. Which is certainly an interesting choice. I think I'd prefer the push, to be honest. Rare item find. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the most of that. But that's okay. Yeah, do I have my ult? I do have my ult. There we go. I was hoping to find some more enemies to find rare items with. Or from, but alas. We're also not finding any of those ability terminals, to my knowledge. Okay, avoid a couple of those, stay away from the bombs. Hoover these guys, or hoover, eat those guys into a sunset. Alright, I mean, it feels like we're doing an amazing job here so far. I really wish these were marked. Less damage from enemies. Oh, wait. Persist between missions but are lost on death. What? So if I just freaking never die, these stack for that. That's an interesting choice. I actually really like that. It is going to make things maybe a bit trickier long term, but that means those like power-up terminals are extremely important, kind of. Because, yeah, if I can stack just like a gazillion of those, we can just rule. I'm just gonna double check, make sure there wasn't anything here. Nope. So that's why I have those power-ups in the top left. I was wondering about those. More health pickups, which we don't need, but we do get another power-up terminal. So, yep. Let's see, so that's the long-range communications hub. So, oh, we're actually just done with this area. Or, well, that room. Yeah, my logic with the movement speed is if I'm just, like, massively faster than everything else, we don't have to worry about that many attacks, like ground things or buggos on the ground, stuff like that. That was an uncommon wristband, but I could be wrong. Yes, already it feels like I'm kind of able to just scoot. Hopefully there's other weapon types that I can roll with. Okay, is there more? No. Purely from the perspective of, I don't like those lifts just showing up. I don't hate the railgun, but it feels like there's other weapons that I think I would prefer. Even if I don't strictly know what they are. Or, I don't strictly know what, like, my preferences would be. Man, I have, like, an extremely itchy nose today for some reason, and it is just wrecking me. Crit chance. Let's go for that. Yeah, just a little bit of crit chance would go a long way here. Okay, now's a good time for the big damage. Okay, we see an SMG. So that's the good sign. I wonder if they actually, if the drones will also fire my railgun as well. Presumably. Well, this is working out more or less well. There we go. Take them out. How are we doing? Pretty good. Guess I might as well fire the, minigun. Hell yeah. That's a big health pickup. Okay, physical damage versus machines or nearby enemies. I'm gonna go for nearby enemies for the time being, just because those are the ones that usually cause me the most consternation. Little jerk was just hanging out there. Alright. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think I've been down this hallway. Just leave that alone. Anybody else here? I'm just gonna hose. I guess I can actually fire the railgun multiple times in short succession if I need to. Alright. Crit chance, damage versus organics, crit damage. I think I'm going to go for the crit chance for now. Because if I have like a near 100% crit chance, that's going to make my life probably easier. It says storage over here, but we already got that. It is tempting to continuously just invest into movement speed until it becomes impractical. Is an option. Okay. The comms hub responds now, but the long-range antennas are gone. We can't send anything. Oh, wait. Crusted's here, how? The surface cameras are back online. Bad news, there's a flood of them on the surface. They're everywhere. Everything on the surface is completely destroyed. Comms dishes, shuttle hangars, everything. Comms hub responds now, but the long-range antennas are gone. We can't send anything. And we're trapped here. No shuttles. We need to find a way to send the SOS or we're dead. Maybe some antennas survived the attack. Check the maintenance log. Check everything you have access to. I'll go out and keep looking. But I don't have another skill point. But I do have an SMG. Okay, so the SMG would replace my gun. I'll take it. Gravity pull. Pulls enemies towards you. 4 hit points, chance to disorient. Attack power, multi-strike chance, laser damage reduction. Sure. More damage versus burning enemies. We also have the minigun. It's so tempting. But no, I really wish there was no such thing as a primary and secondary. You could just do whatever. Better pickup radius. I'll take that. Ah, screw it. Yeah, less health, but let's get some shield points in here. We're just not taking that much damage. Okay, so we're looking for any secondary weapons that might be better than what I've got. The answer is no. So I think we just discard things. I don't think I can... Let's see, mark as junk / favorite. Got it. I'm just going to discard everything. Okay, so I guess the other one is challenges. We almost got all the breakables. That's fine. Okay, we're done with Sector 2. So Area 8. Oh, I wonder if these are random, actually. So that might be something I want to keep an eye on. If I do scan surroundings, so that gives me this one. Yeah, we've discovered, but I can't do anything with it. Interesting. Yeah, so if I have access to an area and it has good modifiers, it might sometimes be worth going just for the sake of it. I'll have to check if I can redo missions as well, because that could actually be quite helpful. This is extremely silly. Okay. Ooh. Crit damage, physical damage. Or damage versus machines. I'm gonna just do physical damage. As far as I can tell, that's everything except for my laser. I apologize if I ever miss something critical. It's not intentional, it just happens. I was wondering. Why I couldn't move. Turns out there was an egg that was going to be spawning in there and it had physical collision even if it wasn't present. I wonder if not taking any damage is one of those where it's actually blocked by shields. Like if that counts. I would certainly hope so. Because I've got tons of shields that I can just use instead. But chances are I'm going to have to just be extremely careful. Rather than even careful, I think the best thing I can do for the most part is just wait until I'm much stronger, than maybe do an easier level. Maybe. Unfortunately, yeah, just the random buggos spawning on me makes it difficult. Now this decides to spawn in. What about you? No, still not that. swear this whole setup is, at least in part, lined up to have things spawn on my head. Oh yeah, they 100% will fire all of my railgun shots as well. That's nice of them. Okay, well, there's nothing there. I'll have to go the other direction. Or go back in a bit. I was hoping the bonus rare drop rate would actually, you know, give me a little bit of something. It has not so far, and that is a shame. Okay, shotgun's back, good to go. Hoping that was some of the laser turret. It did not. Okay, let's go all the way back, kind of painfully, because there was a little, well, okay, it's not that painful. Oh, there's kind of an adrenaline meter. I like that. So that's where the bonus damage and move speed comes from. I hate when the bugs spawn in directly behind me. Accessing terminal. Okay, so we get another scan. I don't think we get anything else there. We get rubbish rampage at the very least. Yeah, unfortunately the rare drop booster is going to run out before I get to do anything with it, but that's okay. Oh, took you long enough to spawn in. And this is why I want to go for, like, massive movement speed bonuses. So I can just cruise. Yeah, it's kind of fun to have a looter shooter roguelite. I kind of wish there were more. There was that Black Veil game I played recently that I rather enjoyed. But unfortunately, that one's not coming out until winter, so got a little bit of time before I can actually like get into and play that one. But I'm very much looking for other good kind of looter shootery games where the meta progression is at least somewhat gear based. So damage twisted organics, physical damage. We got a reroll. Wow. Not much better. And we've got a number of, like, the weird laser turrets, but they don't feel like showing up, so don't care. Probably shouldn't be making mouth noises like that. I recognize that that probably doesn't actually sound good to most people. Okay. Recipient is offline. Okay, inventory-wise, we have a leech rifle. Lifesteal, shock damage, 3 jumps. Yo. Leech gloves, take it. Shield point, shield recharge rate, sure. Also have a better railgun, less lifesteal, but that's okay, I can live without it. Let's see, Liberty railgun, shield resistance, or shield points, resistance when healthy, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to that one, just in case. Both of those. Okay, challenges. Looks like we have new ones. Mission without getting hit. Okay. Pull 50 enemies into grenades with gravity vortex. Kill or cause deaths of 300 enemies using gravity abilities. Kill 100 enemies with gravity pull/shotgun combo. Alright. Health or drop chance? Yeah. I just want to go for loot at the moment. Yep. So I can actually go back here. Oh. Huh. So that has a skill station. It's inactive. So I can replay this mission, but I don't have sensors for the area. That's an interesting setup. I wonder if we eventually get the ability to see. Okay, that went extremely poorly. Okay, railgun. Railgun does not get reflected. Bullets do. Good to know. At least those guys don't seem particularly smart, but that's a serious issue for me. I almost killed myself. I'll just switch to the SMG for the time being. I think. No, actually, it seems like the lifesteal might be something that I just have persistently. I'll just leave it here for a second. Because, yeah, I might as well use the... pull. Because the pull combo is pretty good. It's pretty good. I think, obviously, main issue mostly boils down to actually managing to hoover up a bunch of enemies is kind of tricky. There we go. Looks like we're fine so far. Well, that worked out. Oh. Are those guys with the shields just bombs? They might be. Okay, so that went all of the most poorly. Oh, maybe the shields don't reflect bullets. Or maybe it was because I was rolling through them? I'm not sure. No, it reflects shotguns for certain. No, it reflects the number of my shots. Oh, if it's red. And also that hurt. So yeah, one's a reflective shield. One is not. Good to know. Okay, cooldown's reset. Need to take that thing out. Then you. There we go. I'm actually digging the gravity tether a little bit more than I thought I would be. Or the gravity pull. It actually is kind of extremely helpful. Oops. Whoop. At least I have an amount of lifesteal. It's like a creeper vine thing that endlessly outputs little dudes. Rude. And here I was being kind of... I don't want to say, like, overly glib about my chances here, but I legitimately thought that I was going to do, like, fine and wouldn't have to worry about much. And the answer is nope, there is actually very much danger here. Okay. Let's see. Luckily, the shield guys aren't really too much of a threat to me at this point. Okay, they are when I do that. I was originally thinking, oh, I can roll through the shields and that'll stop it. And the answer is, yeah, it does stop it because I take the full brunt of the shield damage in my face. I'm very glad that enemy attacks do hit other enemies. Oop. Don't let that go. Yeah, I might as well do the vacuum move on the little buggers. Because that's extremely good on good for farming pull and pound. Oh, we got it. So I don't need to worry about it anymore. Here we go. Anything else? Just some buggers in the corner. No stats, though. Just gotta get rid of him. There you go. Anything else here? No. I haven't seen any stat terminals. I'm not the most observant when I'm recording. Unfortunately, it's one of those where I'm not taking my time. I wish I could be, but it is one of those where it's like, if you've never tried streaming before, give it a go, full commentary, no breaks, and get back to me on how much your presence of mind is... Presence of mind, situational awareness, all of that jazz. How much that kind of degrades as a result. I will tell you, it's a lot more than you would expect. And it always throws me off super duper hard. Okay, nothing new. Inventory. New shotgun. Yeah, slightly less damage. However, I like that other ability. Let's see. Secondary weapon cooling, which I do like. Okay, now my max health is even lower. Ain't great. We have new challenges. 3 missions on level 2. 30 shield bots with a shotgun. Well, their shields is up. Actually doing kind of okay with some of these things. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for that. I mostly want to just get the extra loot drop rate if I can. Give me laser damage. Is this skill station inactive? I'm really curious about that. Well, double laser damage. Should be fine. Should be fine. Ooh, that slowing effect on the shotgun. Oh. Oh. No. That's fascinating. Okay. Yeah, those bots have like a weird detection radius or something. Less damage from nearby enemies? Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, the slow is kind of nice. For keeping enemies off me / like... kind of messing them up. Okay, my health is looking good. Big pod, not a problem. I guess we're not using the fire effect on the shotgun particularly well. Don't really have much of a reason to. Erp. Stay awake. Ooh, that was a new active ability. Bracers, overheat cooldown. Wipe that out. Okay, I've still got Gravity Guru. Oh, so actually Gravity Guru is just way better than expected. So it is just as long as you've used a gravity move recently. And then you kill the enemy. It counts. That's nice, actually. Okay, do we have anything else around here? And yeah, it'd be nice to kind of farm it a little bit. But, eh. Okay, less damage from nearby enemies. Crit damage, all orbs stay longer. Oof. I'm gonna go for the damage. I don't know what my crit chance is. I don't know if I have a way to check it here. I think I have to check between missions, is the answer. Low? Just doesn't feel like being up for some reason. Oh. Okay, stay away from that. Extra loot. More rare item find. I'll take it. Ideally, that means rush for the finish here. Okay, I give up. We're just hosing. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Wasn't sure if there was going to be a loot cache at the end here. No, there is. We got it. With like a couple seconds to spare. Oh, I almost died. Okay, let's see what else we have. I really need to raise my max HP, which means probably getting rid of the shield. I do have lifesteal, so like... It's not that outlandish. Let's see, I'm just gonna back off for a hot second. Because I do want to farm up Gravity Guru. There we go. Oh. Okay. There we go. I guess I should probably grab that health orb. And we're good. There's a stat box. And a green rifle. Sick. So extra health orb drop chance. Less damage from enemies. I'm gonna go for the better health orb drop chance. Unfortunately, my drop rarity on some of these pretty not very good. I might want to look into like a laser shotgun or something. Or just actually accepting. Let's see. Per item, find orb effect duration, which is good. Revive orb effects. Yeah, do I want to just go for that? Sure. Okay, inventory. What do we have? Better hit points, physical damage resistance, life per kill. Sure. Bracers. Attack power, lifesteal, fire damage multiplier. Sure. Let's see. A leech railgun. So the main reason why I have the railgun I have is largely because of its ability to because of its bonus crit damage. I think I'm gonna keep that. Same effects, but has laser damage reduction. And yeah, I'll start giving myself max HP again. Shield points are nice, but I leech enough health that it doesn't matter. I'd like to try the minigun at some point, but I think I'm gonna wait for a better minigun than the one I have. Okay. Anything else? I guess not. I might as well just go to map. Hey, rare item finds drop chance. There's something going on over here, but we'll leave that. Also, like, scan sector and unlock area, so I'm assuming I'd be able to, like, go back and double check some of those zones. Alright, whoop. These are new. Okay. Map surroundings and more crit chance. I thought I was supposed to have extra duration on my rare item find. Wonder if I can't hoover these guys up. Maybe. Well, that was an interesting introduction to a new unit type. Just suddenly lasers being redirected my way. Okay. Hopefully we can get some abilities that... Whoop, whoop, whoop. That hurt. And we're fine, actually. Yeah, getting caught in those lasers is, not pleasant. Yeah, they slow you down wicked hard. Alright, I'm just gonna be patient. Kill them all. And so far, so good. I say so far, so good. Wait, actually the... Oop, oop. Okay. Gets me places. I wonder if those guys dying from explosives counts. I was gonna see if I could do a grav pull kill on the turret. Yep, knew I was stuck on something. You always know when it's gonna... when one of those egg things is gonna spawn because they have collision before they actually show up. Rare item find up. Yeah, I think lasers are definitely my biggest nemesis here. Oh, have I lost? Oh. Those stat bonuses. They're not permanent. Okay, so that's actually probably a good thing. But yeah, I've lost all of my movement speed buffs. That's... I don't know, actually know how to feel about that one. Yeah, so the number next to them is how long... let's see. Yeah, the number next to them is how long that they will last. I wonder if I can actually just, like, yoink these guys into a box. Let me check. Whoop. Kind of. I think that might have actually still counted as a Gravity Guru kills. But yeah, so these tick down slowly over time and will disappear. That's why I'm suddenly very slow. Because all of my movement speed went away. I don't know. That's a shame, but I also understand it. Otherwise, you could, like, just farm super hard and be immortal. There we go. Alright. I think that's one of those where I wish it was at least... I don't know, actually. I kind of wish it was weaker, but it would stick around until you died. But I guess that would force you to... farm a bunch in kind of a negative way. I suppose the alternative is, maybe if the buffs were just that much better? Maybe that's it. Okay. Oh. Good news, found a long-range dish that might be alive. Antenna 6. The maintenance log says it got hit by a meteorite. The repair team retracted it back into the silo, closed the meteorite hatch, fixed the dish, but they didn't deploy it back. The attack had started. The dish was still covered by the hatch during the attack, so it may have survived. This is our chance. Now the bad news. I can't deploy the dish from here. It's done through a maintenance terminal, but I don't have the clearance. I have the clearance, but I don't have the terminal here. I'll have to go out and find one. From what I remember from onboarding, the nearest one should be on level 2. Hope the level elevators still work. Oh, okay. So we got places to go. Extra dash charges, projectile damage reduction. Yarsh. Gravity push. Yeah, I mean, I might as well at this point. Let's see. Any of these particularly worth considering, even if they don't normally fit my build? Nope. Okay, and challenges. Like 2 off on Gravity Guru. Pull enemies into lasers with Gravity Vortex. Blue shield. Destroyed 10 blue shields with a shotgun. A lot of these are all shotgun. Okay, so we still have this one, and we can do elevator to level 2. However, I'm going to replay this mission since it is got just a ton of modifiers on it, and that seems vaguely worth something. So at least some of the primary structure on this one remains the same. Wow, that was a yeet. I didn't realize Gravity Push was so effective. Okay, we got Gravity Guru all the same. That's all we needed. I do like the push. I think that is going to be extremely helpful. Okay. Critical hit damage, less damage from enemies. I think my main problem with these upgrade terminals is I honestly wish they were just replaced with standard bullet heaven, like, experience. Like, hey, you just level, like, enemies drop little experience chits, you level up a little bit, but it doesn't stick around between missions or something. Okay, I do actually really enjoy being able to just yeet by. It's not really the most practical, to be honest. But it's funny. Hopefully we do get some other abilities other than just gravity, to be honest. Okay, how's my health doing? Doing fine. Challenge, don't take too much damage. Not doing too hot at that one, but that's okay. Feels like I'm getting more loot, but none of it is good enough for me to care about. Also, it seems like there's just a ton of enemies running around here. And I really like the fact that, yeah, I do have this secondary weapon going on. The railguns feel good. Okay, so we don't have a rare loot booster. So I'm going to avoid that, because that's the chest. See if I can farm one of the boosters somewhere. If I can. I guess, yeah, if I want to farm health, I should be using my gun. Whoop. Let's see. There it is. Yeet. Okay, so we get some regular bracers. I don't think there's anything else, and we want to get the loot chest open. Looks like it's all green, baby. Get out of here. Don't want anything to do with you. There we go. Are we good to go? Yeah. So, I only found uncommon items, but I'll take them. Get a skill point at the very least. Let's go for the pickup radius. Yarsh. Okay, so what do we have? I have a leech minigun. Sure, let's give that a shot. So we have gravity hook. Pulls you towards a target location. I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, so attack power is just a percentage. Yeah, let's go for that. I don't think I care too deeply for gravity hook. I'm gonna mark that as a favorite. I don't think I care deeply about most of these. Get rid of them all. Move that one up. Wish there was a sort button. Oh, when your total health is below 30%, gain incoming damage reduction. So that's how I keep not dying. Smart. Okay, map. Let's see. So we have this sector, or we can go to level 2. Let's just take the elevator and see what happens. Don't you hate it when you just randomly have like schmutz on your mouse pad? I do. Oh, we get a green railgun. I wonder if the further I go, the better the drop rates are. There we go. Boy, this got aggressive. It's fun, though. Unfortunately, I don't think dodge rolling gives me iframes. I'm noticing. It's purely for positional. Well, I didn't need to do that. They did it for me. Shield pants. Pants entirely made out of shields. Oh. More rare finds. Yeah, it seems like the further I go, the better I get of certain things. Yeah, the problem is I'm trapped going down this hallway. Which made that extremely tricky. Oh well. Yeah, because that laser kept kind of hemming me in. Yeet. Thank you, grenade buddy. Yeah, they're extremely helpful at taking things out for me. Let's switch back to this. Oh. I thought I'd picked up a minigun here. Suppose I had not. Or maybe it is a minigun and it's just not showing me that, the silhouette. There we go. Everything is just looping on itself. The minigun machine guns do, well, yeah, I guess they do a quarter of the DPS. That's even communicated in my inventory screen. I guess maybe for the basic little guys, that's fine. You don't need huge DPS for that. Ow. Ow. Boy, the minigun's heat capacity is not amazing. But that's okay. Ow, rude. I'm just kind of trapped here for a second. Get out of here. I guess I might as well farm small amounts of HP by just shooting that guy. That was not worth it, or maybe it was. Really hard to tell. Okay, much to my chagrin, yeah, I think we actually want to go back the other direction real quick. This was progress. I thought it wasn't going to be, but yeah, there's definitely a branch back here that I don't think leads to where I want to go. And if it does, unless it's all false, no, there's definitely a route here. Okay, then we have a bunch of these guys in here, and we're good. This might have been somewhat of a wash. Yeah, there's nothing here, it's just a random dead end. It's still worth checking just because. Sometimes there's goodies. Just most of the time, no. So, I like where this game is going. I like the looter-shooter elements of it. I think my big gripe mostly boils down to, because so much of the progression system is tied up in the gear system, and so much of the gear is kind of limited, you know, it's like small percentile bonuses at best, it makes for a compelling-ish looter-shooter experience grabbing equipment. But there isn't quite enough variety for me to be like, oh yeah, I want to do more runs immediately. And I mean, it is still in early access, so I shouldn't expect too much, or expect demand too much. You know, I recognize that this is not a completed product, and you know, whatever it's going to be is, or whatever it currently is going to be different from what it's going to be, you know, a couple months or years from now or something like that, hopefully. Let's see. There we go, just mulch them all, perfect. And so, I think for me, I wish the gear system was more interesting. You had a lot more, like, fun or special powers to kind of make runs interesting, even to the point of, like, the push, for example. Let's see. Okay, so we have messages. I'll read this for a second. I'll get to my outro. Okay, so the elevators still work. Good. By the way, who are you? Are you a new hire? I don't remember seeing you here. Yep, new here. Name's Lance Hadley. Signed on for a security job. Arrived 2 weeks ago with the last batch of new hires. Was still in quarantine when the attack started, which probably saved my life. Going out. We'll try to find a way to deploy the dish. If we don't send the distress call, we're dead. Alright, so we had that leash rifle. We have a... Yeah, sure, I'll take it. The multi-strike chance is certainly interesting. Are any of these level 2 yet? The answer is no. Okay, and skills. visiting a secret area, interacting with any terminal. Get 3 minutes of 10% loot drop bonus. Okay. I see. So I can actually control which sector I'm going to. I'm gonna go to sector 2 just a little bit. I'm gonna do one run of sector 2 just to see what it has. Gives me a skill point, and then I'll go from there. But yeah, I really wish there were more pieces of gear and equipment that modified my skills in some way. So, for example, the push. Like, I like the idea of the push, but I kind of wish there were varieties of that too. So like, you know, here's one type of push. Pushes enemies in a cone a very long distance. Here's another push. Pushes all enemies around you backwards. You know, here's another one that makes it so you take a... where you do a bunch of damage to enemies that impact other enemies or walls and stuff. You know, there's a lot of things that you can kind of do. Okay, we've got new special enemy types that are much more aggressive. Luckily, as always, the bombbots are here to actually be my friend. I think that is actually going to be one of the main saving graces that is keeping me alive against these groups, mostly. I'm now going to take a lot of damage. Oh, boy. I don't even know where I am. That slowing effect is brutal. Yeah, the lasers are kind of gnarly, too. But they are helping. Dang. Health orb. Okay, I'm just gonna let them blast themselves. Okay, there we go. Holy shit, this got hard. I was not ready for the difficulty jump to level 2. I guess the entire point is survive the first level, presumably get some good gear and equipment. This is where shields probably would have been incredibly good, actually. Okay. Egg. This is a problem. What? Where'd you come from? And any amount of health I gained is gone. Okay, we're good. We're back up to full and have way less to worry about. So far, so mostly good. I'm just gonna yeet them. Give myself just a little bit of space. Alright, this is a lot. Oh, was that a revive orb? That might have been a revive orb, actually. I guess I have an extra life, or something. There we go. Well, whatever orbs that dropped got broken. Okay, we do want to check that lower branch. But yeah, that... like, so many of the ideas here work. I think the main problem mostly boils down to I'm looking for some more interesting things to make me be like, oh man, you know, I really want this, this weapon over that weapon. So like, you know, an SMG that specifically has like really high, ricochet. Because I noticed there is some ricochet, but it was one of those where, like, you know, it goes a couple of times. But if it was one of those that was guaranteed to ricochet at least 2 or 3 times, or like a rifle that has homing, less damage but homing or piercing or little stuff like that, or bigger stuff, you know, you can have some with explosive rounds or explosive rounds that fire more like shredding projectiles in an area. And this could be anywhere from make it so the gear and equipment has this kind of like own internal leveling system, and so you can get like talent points for them randomly. I mean, actually, I'd say that's kind of a big one, is that you know, potentially having extra progression systems could be really fun. Otherwise, I mean, if we're talking extra progression systems, I'm still very much in favor of... I'm still very much in favor of having... Oh, it's the fire effect from the shotgun is killing things through their shield. I was wondering about that. Because I have a goal to break shields with the shotgun. And I'm not having a good time on that one because, you know, oopsie. The shotgun's killing them. For me. Actually kind of nice, but still. Oh, I don't like it when they do that. I do like the enemy types. Like, even the recolors are different, so I have to worry about that. Too many games have recolors just be the same thing, but slightly meaner. Having them be similar, but way more aggressive and problematic in various ways. That feels good to me. Well, I wanted that health orb. Unfortunately, orb do not last. There we go. Got some shoulder armor. Another terminal. Let's see. I don't really want to hang out next to the... There we go. It's like shotgun destroys scenery. It does, but boy, it doesn't want to be forthcoming from, or it doesn't want to destroy scenery that easily. Okay. Let's just clean house. Oh, I keep pressing F to yeet. And it's not F, it's E. Another revive orb. Well, we take those in this house. We 100% do take those. There we go. Okay. We already popped this open. There's no rarity booster. Oh, visit the skill station. Donde está? Are you the skill? Oh, it is. The loot was just in the same spot. I am a fool. So is this level 2 stuff? Yes. So it is just demonstrably better. Yeah, there's not even a reason to use old stuff for the most part. Which is, like, a little unfortunate, but I understand it. And, yeah, I mean, now that I have the SMG, I mean, that's okay at best, but still. Okay, so I've got a couple points. After visiting a secret area, I don't know about those. So I could do dash, charge, movement speed. Movement speed went out of combat. Let's see. Movement speed based on percentage of missing total health. Picking up an orb, extra movement speed. I think probably best to just go down damage. Because ideally we want to get like some crit chance and some other stuff, maybe. Yeah, a lot of these are kind of basic. I wish the talent tree was considerably bigger. Like, frankly, I'd actually love it if the skill tree was just like full on, I need to get gravity vortex. Complete a mission without getting hit. Complete 3 missions in level 2. I actually kind of wish some of these missions were tied to gear pieces. Like you'd find a gear with the vortex and it'd be like, hey, you get a mission for this item. Just to make it a little easier to keep track of, but is what it is. Anywho, what was I gonna say? Not too much. I don't know, it just needs more spice is the big one. It just needs... Let's see, I could scan more surroundings, but I don't think I need to. And yeah, for whatever reason, these skill stations still say inactive, but I don't think I ever got that one, or maybe I did. It doesn't matter, there's no reason for me to go there. Oh, we actually can get to... Huh. How have I discovered this? Because this was just the elevator to the previous floor. I have no idea. Yeah, the unfortunate part is there's pretty much no reason for me to ever go back to these previous zones, as the gear and equipment that they drop is just going to be bad. And so what's the point? Oh well, it's fine. It doesn't need to be done. I guess I could go back once I'm like geared to the teeth, and then I can just wipe one of those levels out to get these 2 challenges done real quick. That'd be nice. Anyway, I guess, yeah, with all this said and done, let's go out to the main menu. Progress will be saved and call it quits. So I like Combat Complex. It needs more spice, but the bones are good. The enemies are fun to fight, and it's got this like really nice, tricky feeling of like claustrophobia and stress, kind of. I mean, it was stressful. I was actually pretty heated there. I do think it needs more special weapons. Maybe that exists. Maybe there are a lot more of them. It just felt like, as good as the railgun is, I wish I had a grenade launcher, a homing rocket launcher, turrets that I can chuck down that shoot at things for me. Just like a bunch of variety, so I'm not just using, you know, pew-pew gun, shotgun, and railgun. Give me some fun things to play around with, and then really let them have interesting abilities and effects. I'm just gonna pull up the display capture for a second here. I'm just looking at the, you know, gameplay screenshot, and it's like railgun, purple. None of these really excite me is my one worry. You know, damage versus machines, life per hit, damage versus elites, and chance to disorient on hit. You know, if you can, like, reliably stack those, that's something. I do like the idea of the lightning gun here. You know, chain 4 jumps, that sounds fun. But, for me, I want those kind of random bonuses, or even set bonuses on things. That have some like wild effects and interesting abilities, and it's like, oh, I actually want to hold on to this weapon because it's special and interesting, as opposed to everything is a stat stick, just pick whatever the stats you want are, because I feel like that gets kind of boring kind of fast. But otherwise, like, the bones are good. Everything else about this is a neat game, and I want to play more of it when it's done. I might as well mention it is also half off right now, which I'm always a little bit worried when a game is like half off and still in early access, but presumably they just didn't get a whole lot of players early, so they're trying to get some people in to further support development and just play and bug test and whatnot. So hopefully this is one of those that actually gets done at some point. It doesn't seem like it's a particularly big early access period. It's not like a open world survival sandbox game that's going to be there for 7+ years. And yeah, the updates seem pretty consistent. Last update was like 2 weeks ago that added new enemies. Ooh, the round shield, minigun, tank, plasma turret, and then added the minigun and the SMG and gravity hook and the ultimate orb. So I actually dove in at a good time. I like it when developers do big updates right before the Steam summer sale. Gives me a reason to finally pick their games up and dive in. Anyway, I guess with all of that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. For now, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.